Hello, welcome back to Chapter 10, Section 1, Organizing and Displaying Data. In example 4, we're going to look at double line graphs. And you could have triple line graphs. It gets a little unwieldy once you get more than that. You got like lines going all over the place. Double line graphs do the same thing. We're going to measure a quantity, in this case price. And again, the coding kind of like misses some of the numbers there. Over time. Remember, I have to use time for my line graphs. In this case, my time is months. January, February, March, April, May, etc. Okay, and yes, July, August, September, October, November spells Jason. So if you ever forget, remember Jason's in there. Now, I have two things I'm going to look at. Really, to be honest, you can put this together as, or I'm sorry, you could draw it as two separate line graphs, but by putting them together, it allows us to compare. Just like the double bar graph allowed me to compare football season to basketball season, the double line graph allows me to compare this airline with that airline. An airline is a company that flies airplanes. So you have Delta, you have Sun Country, Spirit. These are all airlines, American Airlines. And this is a comparison between how much the airfare costs for how to fly from one city to another city. This would actually be really important if you want to like seek out the best price. You can look for patterns over time, and maybe if you're going to like buy an airplane ticket in a couple of months, you can make a prediction based upon like which one is going to be the cheapest. And unfortunately, or fortunately, I guess, there's a lot of websites that do that for you. So we're trying to like give you the understanding of how this works. The questions are actually not that bad. Which months did airline B charge more than airline A? Well, let's look at this. Airline B has the purple line. The purple line starts out below here, a little bit higher there, and goes below. Airline A is the blue. It looks kind of like a teal color, but we've got a blue line right there. So when did B charge more than A? So it was below here, below here, below here. Right here, it's really hard to see, but it looks like it's a little bit higher. So maybe that would be April. And then it dipped below, except right here it was higher. So that would have been September. And then they're really close. They're really close here. Actually, they look to be almost the same right there. But again, it was below. So I think it's only April, it's a little bit higher, and September, it's a little bit more than that. During which month did the airline charge the same? That's where the month where the lines are going to be in the same spot. Now, okay, we talked about continuous versus discrete data. And because the line's showing you the direction, this kind of implies that it's continuous data. So it's not. In other words, the price of the ticket is not changing every second. All right? What they're probably doing to get this is they're only checking once a month. The line between it just shows like the trend, the direction that it's going. So it went from here to here, so the line says it's going up. So that's what that means. Why do I mention that? That's because I'm going to try to get something to point to it. That's because right here, these two lines cross. But that does not mean that means that on some day between March and April, and I don't even know, like, this just says March. It doesn't say March 1st or March 15th or whatever. I don't know. It just says the average price in March are listed here. So I'm not going to use that one. I'm only going to look at where the lines are for the months. So these are different, these are different, these are different. These are different, except in April, remember the airline B was higher. These look like they are in the same spot. So I'm going to go ahead and say it looks like May's the same. Different, different, different. Again, they cross here, but that's the trend line. That doesn't mean they were the same price on that day. These are really close. but it looks like it's slightly different. You can kind of tell. They also cross about right there. So it looks like the only month they were the same, or according to the graph close to the same, would have been right here for May. We'll see you in the next video.